SWIPC for actually inviting me. I'm coming back to Hyderabad after many years. And I was curious, and of course I was invited, so I came, but I was also very curious. I want to thank Vani ma'am to say that you have said that Telangana has opportunities. Please show us those opportunities. We are more than willing to come and bring weddings to this destination whenever and if possible. Thank you. And also got to be said that this industry, and it gives me so much pleasure to stand here on this podium after being in this industry for more than 30 years, where we actually are considered an industry today. We are just not homemakers or people who just did business across the street. Today we're an industry. We give back to what we take from. We create opportunities, we create employment, and we build an ecosystem which is much larger than us. So thank you from the entire fraternity of weddings for actually giving us the status. Thank you very much. I have been asked to speak about bespoke and grandeur. Somehow those two words and adjectives are used rather freely in our industry. So two words. Mostly people in this industry use them as adjectives. I want to talk to them about as philosophy and a responsibility. In our business, in our wedding business, when we talk about grandeur, it's about scalability. We have Umang here, who just does the most amazing, large-scale sets, designs, and he's known for that. And he creates magic. So whenever we talk about bespoke, we talk about scalability, we talk about location, we talk about structure, we talk about technology. But I would like to take a little moment and say, when clients look at bespoke grandeur, they want to talk about how they felt, what they remembered, and for me, that is also bespoke. What we see visually definitely is, but how you make somebody feel in a wedding and what they take away from that. I have a funny anecdote that every time my husband comes to a wedding, which is rare, which we've done, and I ask him, what was so nice about the wedding? Did you notice the color of the flowers? And he said, you know what, I got a hot roti. That was really important. So I think that speaks volumes for sometimes the business that we do. So what does bespoke really mean? Not custom, but courageous. Custom means made to order, which we all do. Bespoke means made against the grain. It requires the courage to tell a client that what everyone else is doing is not what they should be doing. Ironically, bespoke has become harder to achieve in the age of infinite inspiration. Every day we see thousands of beautiful images. They come up on our feeds. But inspiration can quickly become imitation. When every designer is looking at the same references, weddings begin to resemble one another. The challenge today is not finding ideas, it's finding originality. The other part, I think, as the business that we are, we sometimes get so taken up by our own vision and what we want to portray and how we want to do things. We sometimes forget the brief. So the brief behind the brief. Before we open a single mood board, we sit with the family, we ask them about their childhood, their parents, what food they associate their celebration with. The design lives in those answers, not in Pinterest. Restraint today is a luxury. I have walked away from elements that have cost a lot because they did not earn their place. Sometimes grandeur and bespoke is just in our minds, and sometimes when we create a design, it doesn't have a place in that moment, and we should be able to realize that as designers. We have the biggest raw material around us in our country. Heritage as raw material. India gives us the richest design vocabulary in the world of textiles, metalwork, rituals, geometry, miniature painting. These are not just themes. These are a living language. We use them as such, or we should use them as such. That does not mean that a modern twist or a modern angle to anything that we do is taboo. It just says that the heritage that we have, let's use that and try and bring in as much of the craft as we can, which is in our country. It only enhances what we do, and eventually down the line, it actually builds the ecosystem. Grandeur is intentional. The most moving events I had designed were not the most expensive. They were the most considered. Grandeur is intention, and intention costs nothing extra. I'm going to show you some slides that we have done. Let me move on to the slide. Next slide, please. Yeah, the next one. I'm just going to talk about something that we've done. Everybody's been to Rajasthan. Everybody knows what Mehrangarh looks like. Vani ma'am was talking about some beautiful forts we have in Telangana as well. The question was never how to make Mehrangarh grand. Mehrangarh is already grand. The challenge was how to create something worthy of standing within it. Sometimes design is not about adding. It is about knowing what not to compete with. This reinforces your restraint philosophy. The fort becomes the protagonist, we the editors. Let me just take you through all the images. Please, can we move to the next? This is nothing new that you haven't seen. This is not something that has not probably been experienced by a lot of the wedding industry. But the reason I bring this to you is that it was a grand, huge fort, and we were trying to make an event happen here, which was a Sangeet, and we wanted it to be very immersive. We had clientele that was coming from all over the world. We wanted them to not just experience the fort, we wanted them to experience the culture. We wanted it to be modern, we wanted it to be interactive, and yet feel like a wedding. I've said too many adjectives, but exactly that was what we were trying to do. Can we move ahead? So lighting, when you're talking about grandeur spaces, don't compete with them, try and stand tall with them, because otherwise somewhere along the line we will fall short. This was an image that we had done. This was just lighting, which makes so important. You look at a fort in the morning and you look at it in the evening, it looks completely different. Yes, next please. We did a small thing of, just holding the guests. So the power of reveal, the power of curiosity, the power of a little bit of a surprise. Don't give everything, don't play your hand, as they say, completely. So we held the guests back, and we did a grand opening to the fort, and we kind of walked them through. We had many, many artists that helped us through making the process. Let's keep moving on.